Let's talk a little bit about Zamaradi. Okay, Zamaradi came off the back of Kona, right?
Yes.
Which Kona was a 1 year long, what was it? Telenovela.
Was it 1 year for you?
It was only
for
a
me,
year.
it was 2 years.
Really?
Wait, prep. It was more.
Oh, because of the prepping.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so maybe because of us for maybe 1.5 years. Let's say 1.5 years, including the scripting.
Yes.
Because I was a script writer on it and later on a head writer, and you were a director on it.
And head director.
And head director. Yes, I remember that.
You just got a bit more money. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, so we did that for 1.5 years.
Yes.
And off the back of that, now Zamaradi was formed.
Yes, because we I think we came together. Api and George Mungai had worked together on either Babu's Babies or a shoot somewhere in Samburu. I know we talk a lot about it. So they had their own meeting. Api and I had our own connection. Then George and I, of course, had the Phoenix connection. Yeah. And then there was Gibson, who would come from Big Ideas again.
Yes.
So it's interesting. So it's people who'd worked together, had always said,
we should do something.
We should do something, because then you stay years and you realize all you've done is service other people's dreams, which is a good thing.
Yeah,
but
because
then
you learn.
Need yours. Yeah.
You learn through that. Yeah.
And you make mistakes and you learn how to handle mistakes. It's a very important thing.
Yeah.
So we come together and we decide, after we do the AMO films, Africa Magic Original Films.
Oh, you're right. So it was Kona, and then the Africa Magic films.
Yes.
And those were the films that were 60 pages long, so 60-minute long films.
1 hour films, TV
shot
films.
In 3 days.
Yes, 1 week essentially.
1 week.
It took like 11 days to get a film, because then you put the days of edit.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any grade done at it, Sana, then sound.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. And then I did a lot of your scripts.
Yes.
That changed how I viewed stories, because I mean, I'll talk about this later on, but you get to a point as an African, you realize, oh, what have I been saying?
Yeah.
What have I been saying about me? And
what are the underlying tones?
Yeah, and then what am I telling people who are watching? People who, you know, there are 7 people in this world who die for you, mathematically.
Yeah.
What you do, they do.
7 people.
7 people.
Who do what?
Whatever you do, they will do it. Even if it's bad, they'll say it's Mona who did it.
Okay.
Yes. You're attached to 7 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who look up to you, or what?
They look up to you, they idolize you, and you don't even know some of them, and maybe you've never met them. It's always 7.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and you check as a human being, every 7th year you do something different.
Yeah, that's true. That one I've noticed. Yeah.
7 is this is a mathematical.
The number of completion. 7. The number of completion. Okay. Do you think so? Whatever you're doing, you think of subconsciously those 7 people. What am I saying to them?
Yes. When you're aware, but sometimes you even forget and you keep moving. But as long as you're aware, then you keep
think
going
back.
in and out.
That's an interesting concept.
So after doing your films, they were called the shady films.
The what?
The shady films.
Why?
Because the directors would go pick the scripts, and people would pick the classy films because they had
the posh
cute extras. The
ones in clubs, the ones with cars, the ones upmarket. Yes. And most of mine were told in farms and in
So me sikuwa najua, because I was a new director. No one told me.
Yeah.
So I became the shady director. So nikaambianga B, keep me the shady script. Be Wangondu, not the shady script. Let people have their classy ones. And I think that changed me. Really changed how I look at a story.
Oh, thank
by
you.
Your writing, especially Women of Obiero.
Yes.
That was our first film together. It was amazing. I had never gone to a Luo funeral.
I know, so that was shocking, right? The script, just the cultural differences.
Looking at it, yes. And I remember that it was Roy Ogola who died that time.
Yeah.
And
this was a film, just to give a brief, it was a film about a man who had 2 wives, one in Nairobi and one in Kisumu, and they didn't know about each other until, or they found out about each other along the way, someone. And then they just thought, you know what, we're going to, we're going to stay.
It's a very tough premise, but it's a beautiful film, especially at the end when they hold each other. They hands. Go, he wasn't here, he was with you. So if I want to recap on those days, it's
we need each other. Yeah.
Beautiful film. So that you see that what that did. So whenever I got, I'm not going to say the name of the film, but I did get one of those films with beautiful extras who you have to say 39 times. Please walk up to them and turn. Please walk. People are doing more than you're doing and you can't remember.
Like this. Where was I standing?
I think hiyo ndo kitu ilifanya hata nichukie mawivu. Na mademo na vanga wivu na sidanganyangi. Fikiria, kuna kitu ndani. You can't package mad with something good.
But don't rubbish all chicks
Acha
and weaves.
ninyamaze.
It is not all.
It's true,
It's
yes.
not the
Of course,
weave.
I'm not a blanket
It's what
condemner.
it's covering.
Yes.
This is
That's what I'm saying. Have something worthwhile to put to cover. Ni sawa, hebu
I will
tuendelee.
quote you.
So I think just looking at that film and that week, that made me know, wow. Now I know who I am. Maybe I'm beginning to know who I am in these arts. And that's how the identity started to come in. So that's it. And that's how Zamaradi came in. They started to grow. I think the synergy between the people shocked people in the industry.
It worked. It worked
And
very
it
well.
worked really well.
Yeah, because there was Sunrise, there was Bypass, there was Borderline, which still hasn't aired.
Which you and I will get arrested the moment it
Yes.
airs. We shall appease.
I think we were on,
the
I
moral
don't know
gods.
what we were on, but that show is a bit crazy.
I'd love to see either scholars, social development studies or psychology studies if they can tear apart Borderline.
Yeah.
I'd
So
love
just
to
give
see.
a quick brief on what the storyline was.
It's a gang story.
Which is so ironical for me to do a gang story. But somehow, it
A
works.
script consultant, but I don't know how we made it.
Yeah.
We work.
You know what made it work? And I think what makes all stories work, we wrote about real characters. If you took those characters from Caliph and put them in Lavington, it would work. Or take them to Kisumu or Bombolulu.
Because they're human beings.
They're human beings.
Yes.
It works.
We didn't do caricature.
Yeah.
I loved
Exactly.
the characters, and George Moore did
Yeah.
really well.
Yes.
His role, he was really powerful. Yeah, we have a gang love story in Borderline, which we will release with our platform. We want to make a platform and go onto the net as you're
doing an online platform. Yeah.
Because linear TV has become a bit tough to work in. I'm not saying it's going to die or anything. We're still part of it. But then we want to tell the story. We want to tell the story, and bureaucracy and maybe company missions and what may not go together with the story we want to tell for their own reason.
Yeah.
But there are stories to be told, and it's our job to do so.
And we need to air them.
I got very inspired by Nairobi Half-Life by Tosh Gitonga.
Yes.
And how for the first time we did this film.
Groundbreaking. It was a groundbreaking film in this country.
Alafu sisi watu wa ushago, wacha nikwambie tulifurahia nini. The first scene had Kikuyu. And it was well acted. So
a sense of we identify with this. Yeah.
And it was a nice film to watch. Yeah, that's how we look when we do our stories. Altogether, Zamaradi, we have 215 hours.
Okay. Of productions.
Of productions that we own.
Yeah.
And then we have, I think, around 300 if you add now the other hours of commissioning.
Commissioned work.
Yes, commissioned work that we don't own, that we were just commissioned to do a series. Be it Jela 5-star, first people to attempt to do a comedy in a prison.
Okay.
And it got traction because it was different.
It was different, yes.
We, through Jela 5-star, we were able to put decoders in the over 100 prisons in this country so they could watch Jela.
What do you mean? Who sponsored that?
With multi-choice.
Okay.
So they put the decoders, and the prisons got something so the prisoners could watch.
So Victor, tell me now, a lot of people who watch like films or look at the filmmakers will assume that filmmakers have life easy. Now, I know that has not been true for you, right? Especially after you made your own company. Yeah. Take me through some of the challenges that you went through. Coming together as Zamaradi first was to synchronize the minds. That was a challenge because everyone thinks different. Yeah. Gibson sees math. You know, Api sees schedule. Yeah. George, this is a set. The set must tell the story. Yeah. Sometimes George must the story tells the story. Who will know in our audience? Then shut up. It's my job. Okay, fine. Then I also have my own expression. Yeah. So these complex, amazing minds, to synchronize them, it took time. I know when you say challenges, it's obvious people start with money. But I'm also saying the energies that come into your way as Zamaradi, those energies, putting them in the right place is a big placing people. Because people come and give you everything. Niko hapa. Uko we. Kumbe Yesu alikuwa na shida na alikuwa na watu 12. Me I have 30 work. Yeah. Sometimes there are 100. You know, when you're doing like many productions. Show, so that was tough. The other thing is, who are you in the industry? Everyone is producing, everyone can film. So your identity, finding your identity. Finding the Zamaradi identity amongst these brains. Yes. And keeping on saying, we've been part of the mistake. Yeah. You know, when you were doing the bourgeois shows, changes, you know,
The Good Life.
But they had their place. I don't have a problem with those
It's okay,
shows.
yeah.
I really don't, because they are still the story of Nairobi. There's parts of Nairobi that are like that.
Yes.
So we do need to tell those stories as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
but we're also looking at it in terms of market. You want to reach, now it's about numbers.
Yeah.
If you don't have numbers,
Yeah.
you don't have any power. You
Yeah.
can have the army, but you have no power. Numbers are everything. So if we are realistic enough, we need to look at how do we merge this Nairobi story to have people from North Nairobi associate with it.
That's true.
Because they associate with Latino films, which are very bourgeois.
Yes, exactly.
How?
Exactly.
There's something they get right we don't.
It's about the human character, the human story, the human struggle, the human triumph.
Yes.
Yeah, putting those into our stories.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. And that's the challenge now. That's the challenge with doing the mission and vision of the feel of Zamaradi. We're not saying that we'll
Okay,
do only
I get you.
Fifis, but we're saying, yes, you have this story about this big family, which we're developing now. We have a new show developing called Tulia. It's amazing. And it's got human beings,
Yeah.
not characters.
Yeah, human beings.
And that's a trick. When you do human beings, people associate. And then the others is also funding. To be able to own 250 hours, 215 hours is not easy. Trust me, it's like literally taking off blood.
Yes, 215 hours. That is, if you were to break that down into episodes, how many is that?
Ooh-wee. I
Into
can only
movies,
say
that's
we have 10 series.
10 series. Okay.
10 series.
Yeah.
A company approached us from South Africa, so we are starting of course, anything that comes from the South must come with boost. So we are starting a platform with like some of your content. We've done very well. We have 40 hours.
You're thinking we have 215.
We woke up.
Yeah.
We woke up. How did we even do this? But this is on the backbone of amazing people,
Yeah.
not amazing money.
And blood and tears. We talked about that.
People, blood and tears, but people are a resource. People are the jewel. Me, I dumped my car because of my career. I sit with people. I disappear so easily in a crowd. I sit and I listen to people. I love people. We'll walk with you, and the most weirdest, maybe from your perspective, we'll say hi and I'm, wife kaja watoi, na ile show iko poa, muli utoboa, That then influences how you do your content. You must be in touch
With the people on the ground.
People only watch content because it makes sense to the people doing it.
Because they identify with it. What has been your toughest time?
Yeah. I think being a father in this industry.
Okay.
It's not easy. You lack time sometimes. You lack time. It takes a bit of warmness away from you. Sometimes you have to be tough.
Yeah.
In this industry, you have to put your foot down.
So you're saying, so it sometimes makes you, it hardens you.
It hardens you.
And then you have to go home and be soft again.
That's tough. Yeah. Dumping that person is hard. And then sometimes doing content that you're scared your child will watch in future.
I know. Yeah.
Sanda mwambia, the school fees will come. And then it doesn't make, so it's tough. It's not easy being a father in this industry. It's not.
Yeah. So what are, if you were to give just a few words of advice to somebody who wants to get into film or even just pursue their own passion, like 2 or 3 things, what would you tell them?
Simple, just ask yourself why. Not how. Just why did I end up here?
Yeah.
As I was telling you, I asked myself, why do you want to know my story? It's not unique.
Yeah.
But then when you did the monologue, I told you, I know why.
Yeah.
There's something I'd been meaning to do, and I didn't do it. And that's the problem. I haven't done it, and that's why I'm not doing anything else right. I need to do this, so I know why.
Yeah.
Ask yourself why. When you know why you're doing something, you never need any other thing that the world holds on. You don't need money.
That's true.
You will look for people, and they will see the why in you, and you will afford the most expensive people.
Because they will join their whys to your why.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not about the money.
Yeah.
Because when you go the how, you start, I don't have this, I don't have
Exactly.
this. No.
Yeah.
Find the why in everything. Sometimes people say, Gatonyi wafikiria sana. Wewe ni sawa kufikiria, by the no one ever said the thinking is bad.
But you're a deep guy, man.
I'm a mad guy. People have interesting names for me, but that's fine. So ask yourself why.
Okay. What's your greatest achievement?
I think to smile.
Yeah?
To smile. It's not an easy thing to just smile for real. Nuwa na furaha. There are many other achievements, of course. awards, winning Best Actor twice in this country. Sorry, Best Director twice.
Yeah.
These are great things for life. But for me, I carry a lot of joy.
Yeah.
And that's my greatest achievement, to be able to live in this continent with our history, with the realities of what's happening to us, but to be able to smile.
And walking through our own journeys, which can be excruciating sometimes.
And sometimes having your own voice.
Ooh, I like that.
Not everyone has that.
Yeah.
They have the monies, but they don't have the voice. So I love the fact that I do have my voice. I do have my voice, yeah.
And when you're at the very bottom, the number of times you've been at the very bottom, which I'm sure are many, how do you pick yourself up again?
I do absolutely nothing.
Ooh.
I never make an attempt. I am still, because I'm not alone.
Yeah.
I'm called Gatonye wa Kuria. I already have a lineage. Kuria had a father Shege, then Kagwema, and on the other side.
Yeah.
So I'm not alone. I never walk alone. These people are there, and that's why I'm here. And there will be people who will be there because I'm here. So I know if things go off, me, I pause. I pause. Kameumana, sawa.
You pause until you feel a sense of this is the next step to take.
I usually say, I mean, I'm not religious, but I read a lot in terms of books in the world. But David got the stones to beat Goliath from down in the valley.
That's true.
He must have relaxed.
Yeah.
To get the right stone. Lazima alikuwa ndafanya. Ile. There's a lesson there. So I do absolutely nothing.
Yeah. I like it. What's your mantra? What's your life mantra?
People are you. We are all one thing.
Okay.
When I see you, you're me. There's nothing different, but you have a different expression because of where you've come from and what you've experienced. Don't deprive them that.
Okay.
Don't tell people to change because you think they are odd. No.
That's true.
Love them just the way they are. I mean, I don't want to correct anyone, and I don't want to get at it.
Don't put me in a box.
Corrections, yes.
Yeah.
But for me, the mantra is love people just the way they are because they are you. They are you.
So the way you love yourself. Yeah.
And it will help you to work with anyone in the world.
That's true. Yeah. What's your next big project?
I think first it's launching Dream Child, of which you wrote.
Yay, Dream Child, yes.
Yeah, Dream Child, a story about a boy who wants to save a situation, tries to do it because he's brave, then realizes it. I was never equipped enough.
Yeah.
But it's too late. Ushashika hiyo. Sasa what do you do?
Yeah.
Makaa ushaishika.
Yeah.
It's hot. Kitupa, you can hurt someone. So what do you do? And you don't know what to do. And that's the film.
And then it's rising from that point.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the launch of Dream Child.
That's a big thing now.
Okay.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
A lot. I think I'm gonna go online and stop writing my Facebook stuff. I think I'm gonna do a show about identity.
Yes.
I want to do something about identity, and that I feel in my expression, what really saves me in life is when I find my identity in something.
Just very quickly, in 2 words, the best thing about being a director or being in film?
Well, I'd say one thing. People.
I like it. People.
If you're a director and you can't deal with people, you don't know what you're doing.
You shouldn't be there.
Yeah, you shouldn't be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Victor Gatonye, thank you so much for coming on the show, telling us about your story. And I know it's inspirational for people to always listen back and see what someone else did, what someone else is doing.
I hope so.
No, it definitely is, especially through the good times, the tough times, the steps that we take. And that is really what passion is about. Yeah. So thank you, Mr. Gatonye.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, everybody, today for being with us on this show about the Passion Series. I like to call these the Passion Series, where we get people who are in whatever industry they're in, they're making it or they've made it and they're keeping it going. Because passion is really, really, really about just walking on. Walk on, pick yourself up, walk on, pick yourself up until you get it done. So we do hope you are inspired today by Victor Gatonye's story. He is a director and a storyteller. And you just ask yourself, what are you? What do you love? What do you want to be? And what can you do about it today, right now? Thank you for watching. This is Life with Mona. Mwah.